Today, we dive deep into the fortune of Rick Harrison, the renowned businessman and reality TV star from Pawn Stars. Rick Harrison had always been a sharp negotiator, but his final deal was the most surprising of all. When he passed away, his family gathered for the reading of his will, expecting the usual division of assets. What they didn't expect was the heartfelt legacy he had left behind, one that brought tears to their eyes. Harrison had spent decades building his empire, transforming the gold and silver pawn shop into a cultural phenomenon. Yet, despite his success, he never flaunted his wealth. Those close to him knew he was a savvy investor, but even they were unprepared for the scale of his fortune. As his lawyer unfolded the documents, his sons Corey and Adam, along with his wife and close friends, listened in stunned silence. Rick had set aside millions, not just for his immediate family, but also for his employees, charities, and causes that had meant the most to him. So, what's really going on here? What has the court decided so far, and why, in the first place, would his own mother sue him? The backstory is quite complex. Rick Harrison is the man who made pawn shops cool and turned reality TV into a gold mine. However, he probably didn't think his most dramatic storyline would come from his own family. Yet, here we are. His mother, Joanne Harrison, sued him in early 2022, and the case has become messier than anyone expected. So, why did she sue her own son? To the outside world, Rick and his family seemed close-knit. After all, the Harrison family's charm and banter were a big part of Pawn Stars' success. But like any family, they had their cracks. For years, viewers loved the dynamic between Rick, his father Richard, the old man Harrison, his son Corey, and their quirky employee Chumley. It was all great until Richard died in 2018. Known as the old man on the show, Richard was the patriarch of the Harrison family and a co-owner of the gold and silver pawn shop. When he passed away, it was revealed that he had left his 49% share of the business to his wife, Joanne. This made her a co-owner of the shop alongside Rick, who already controlled the remaining 51%. But this is where things got tricky. According to Joanne, her ownership stake in the pawn shop was not always so straightforward. Back in the early 2000s, when she was hospitalized, Rick allegedly approached her with papers to sign. She says she didn't fully understand what she was signing at the time, but those papers effectively transferred her 51% ownership to Rick. From that point on, Rick and Richard ran the shop as co-owners while Joanne was left in the background. At the time, Joanne did not raise any issues. Maybe she trusted her son, or perhaps she didn't realize the long-term implications. However, after Richard's death, she began to feel sidelined. As the sole heir to Richard's 49% share, Joanne became a co-owner again, at least on paper. She claims Rick was supposed to provide her with detailed financial records and include her in business decisions. Instead, she alleges he kept her in the dark and failed to live up to his legal obligation as a co-owner. Then came the lawsuit. Joanne decided to take serious legal action. She accused Rick of mishandling family assets, withholding financial information, and even misappropriating funds. According to court documents, Joanne claims that more than $500,000 in cash and silver, which belonged to Richard, is unaccounted for. She is also questioning how Rick has been managing the shop's profits and whether he has been using the money for personal expenses without her knowledge. Joanne is asking the court for several things. First, she wants a full accounting of the shop's finances. She wants to know where every dollar has gone, especially since she believes Rick has been less than transparent. Second, she is seeking financial damages for the alleged mismanagement. Third, she wants a court order to prevent Rick from making any major financial decisions without her approval. Basically, she is asking for more oversight and control over what she believes is rightfully hers. Rick, for his part, is not taking these accusations lightly. He has publicly denied all of Joanne's claims, calling them false and suggesting that his mother is being manipulated by other people. Who are these other people? Rick has not named names, but it is clear he thinks someone is influencing Joanne to go after him. In his view, this lawsuit is not just about money, it is about outside forces trying to tear the family apart. But this is where things get even more interesting. Joanne's lawsuit does not just focus on the pawnshop. It also names several other entities, including Gold and Silver Pawnshop LLC, Harrison Properties, and Joy Properties. This suggests that the legal battle is not just about the family business, but also about other assets and investments tied to the Harrison name. So, what proof has been presented so far? Unfortunately, there is not much evidence to support Joanne's claims. Her case seems to rely heavily on her own testimony and the lack of financial transparency from Rick. She is essentially arguing that Rick's refusal to provide full financial records is proof that something shady is going on. Meanwhile, Rick's defense hinges on the idea that Joanne willingly signed over her shares back in the 2000s and that her claims are either exaggerated or completely unfounded. The legal process has been slow, and as of now, there is no clear resolution. But the case has already taken a toll on the family. Rick and Joanne's relationship, once built on trust and mutual respect, is now strained to the breaking point. It is not just about them, the entire Harrison family is feeling the impact. While other family members like Corey and Chumley have not publicly commented on the case, it is hard to imagine that they are not affected by the fallout. What makes this case so shocking is that it involves a family that built its brand on loyalty and teamwork. Fans of porn stars are used to seeing the Harrisons work together to solve problems, whether it's negotiating a tricky deal or fixing up a vintage item. The idea that Rick and Joanne are now facing off in court feels like a betrayal of everything the show stood for. But if you dig a little deeper, it is not entirely surprising. Money has a way of complicating even the strongest relationships, and the Harrison family is no exception. Over the years, their success has brought them fame, fortune, and plenty of drama. This is not the first time family tensions have spilled into the public eye. Back in 2018, it was revealed that Richard had completely cut another son, Christopher, out of his will. The reasons for this decision were never fully explained, but it was a clear sign that not everything was rosy behind the scenes. As for Joanne's lawsuit, it is hard to predict how it will play out. If the court sides with her, it could mean major changes for the Gold and Silver Pawnshop and the Harrison family's finances. But if Rick is cleared of any wrongdoing, it could strengthen his position as the head of the family business. Either way, this case is a reminder that even the most successful families have their share of struggles. What is really at stake here is not just money or ownership, it is trust. Joanne trusted Rick to look out for her interests, and now she feels betrayed. Rick trusted Joanne to support him, and now he feels attacked. It is a heartbreaking situation, and there are no winners in this kind of fight. Whether the court decides in favor of Joanne or Rick, the damage to their relationship may be impossible to repair. But why did they grow so bitter suddenly? What was their relationship like before the lawsuit? How did they reach this point? To understand how Rick Harrison and his mother Joanne ended up in a bitter legal battle, we need to rewind and take a closer look at who they were, how they got into the porn business, and what brought them to where they are now. Rick Harrison was born on March 22, 1975, in Las Vegas, Nevada. He grew up in a family that had a strong entrepreneurial spirit. His father, Richard Harrison, was a successful businessman who owned a variety of businesses, including a pawn shop. From a young age, Rick was exposed to the world of buying and selling, learning the ins and outs of negotiation and customer service. Joanne Harrison, Rick's mother, played a significant role in his upbringing. She was a supportive figure who encouraged Rick to pursue his dreams. Together, they shared a close bond, often working side by side in the family business. This early exposure to the porn industry laid the foundation for Rick's future success. In the early 1980s, Rick and his father opened the gold and silver pawn shop. The shop quickly gained popularity, attracting customers from all walks of life. Rick's keen eye for valuable items and his ability to negotiate deals helped the business thrive. As the years went by, the pawn shop became a staple in Las Vegas, known for its unique items and friendly atmosphere. In 2009, the shop gained national attention when it was featured in the reality TV show Pawn Stars. The show showcased the daily operations of the pawn shop, highlighting the fascinating items that came through the door. Rick, along with his father and son Corey, became household names, and the show quickly became a hit. As the show gained popularity, so did the Harrison family's wealth. They were no longer just a local pawn shop, they had become a cultural phenomenon. However, with fame and fortune came new challenges. The dynamics within the family began to shift as they navigated the complexities of their newfound success. Despite the challenges, Rick and Joanne maintained a close relationship for many years. They celebrated each other's successes and supported one another through difficult times. However, as the business grew, so did the pressure. The demands of running a successful pawn shop and being in the public eye took a toll on their relationship. As Rick took on more responsibilities, Joanne began to feel sidelined. She had always been an integral part of the business, but as Rick became the face of Pawn Stars, she felt her role diminished. This shift in dynamics created tension between them, leading to misunderstandings and resentment. The turning point came after Richard's death in 2018. Joanne's feelings of being sidelined intensified as she navigated the complexities of her husband's passing. She felt that Rick was not honoring Richard's legacy and that she was being left out of important decisions regarding the business. This sense of exclusion fueled her desire to take legal action. The lawsuit was not just about money. It was about reclaiming her voice and asserting her rights as a co-owner of the pawn shop. Joanne believed that Rick had taken advantage of her trust and that he was not being transparent about the shop's finances. This belief led her to file the lawsuit, seeking accountability and justice. As the legal battle unfolded, the family dynamics continued to deteriorate. The once close-knit family was now divided, with Rick and Joanne on opposite sides. The emotional toll of the lawsuit weighed heavily on everyone involved, creating a rift that seemed impossible to bridge. In the midst of the legal proceedings, the Harrison family faced public scrutiny. Fans of Pawn Stars were shocked to see the family they had come to love embroiled in such a bitter dispute. The show that had once showcased their teamwork and camaraderie now felt like a distant memory. As the case drags on, the future of the gold and silver pawn shop hangs in the balance. The outcome of the lawsuit could have far-reaching implications for the family's legacy and their financial stability. Regardless of the court's decision, the damage to their relationships may be irreparable. In conclusion, the story of Rick Harrison and his mother Joanne is a poignant reminder of how money and power can complicate even the strongest family bonds. Their journey from a close-knit family to a bitter legal battle is a testament to the challenges that come with success. As they navigate this difficult chapter, one can only hope that they find a way to heal and rebuild their relationships.
Subscribe to our channel and thanks for watching.